Hey, welcome to Caffeinated Conversations with Brooke Allen. This is episode 46. We're so excited. We have a big Curtains Up segment coming up with Ridgedale Players. They are doing Unnecessary Farce. Come check it out. A lot of comedy and a lot of fun, of course. We will also be talking to Jewish Senior Life because that is a community in itself. So much going on, and we may even meet two dogs that have gotten married. What's that all about? We'll see. Stay with us. Thanks so much for being here. It is time for our Curtains Up segment, and we are at Ridgedale Players in Troy, one of my favorite theaters, of course, and I am with Christy Scott, and you are in Unnecessary Farce.
That's right.
And I love this because 2 cops and 3 crooks, that's all I'm going to read because I don't want to give it away. But tell me about who you play.
That's okay. So my part is Karen Brown, the accountant, who has found a few flaws in the books from the mayor's office. So they have set up a sting operation. It's a comedy, kind of rooted in reality. We've got 2 hotel rooms. You can kind of see the set here behind us.
Right.
2 identical
They look
hotel
identical.
rooms. Yes, that's right. And they have an adjoining door between them, you know, just like a regular hotel motel would be. So we've got cops on one side. The accountant is going to be interviewing the mayor on the other side with a video camera and a monitor.
And a nice big plant.
Yes.
I'm sure the plant plays into this
It
at some
does.
point,
That
right?
would be what disguises the camera.
Okay.
And of course, as in any farce, shenanigans ensue.
Of course.
We've got the security guard barging into my meeting. We've got the sweet mayor's wife who comes in and can't quite seem to find her husband.
Imagine
and of course, we've got the hitman.
Oh, okay. So full cast of characters.
Yes.
And how long you guys how long did you rehearse for this? Because I know in farces there's a lot of choreography and a lot of shenanigans, like you mentioned.
So many moving parts.
Right? Yeah.
These doors are constully opening and closing, and we have to get the timing just right.
And there's 8.
And there are 8 doors.
8
yes.
Okay.
So yeah, we've been rehearsing for a while. You know, summer rehearsals are kind of difficult to arrange with, you know,
All the
summer
schedules,
schedules being
right,
as they
for
are.
sure.
But yeah, we've been working hard on it.
Okay, so you guys opened, and how was opening
Yes,
weekend?
that's right. Last weekend was opening weekend. It went great. It's so wonderful having an audience actually responding to us,
Makes
laughing.
a big difference, right?
Huge difference. So
For energy and all of that.
Exactly. And
Okay,
the energy was great.
So tell me one thing about your character.
Okay, well, she is an accountant who works at an accounting firm, rather uptight, but this day she just can't quite seem to get a hold of herself. And she does keep accidentally undressing in front of other people.
So is this show PG-13?
I would definitely rate this as
Oh.
PG-13.
Okay, so
yes.
PG-13
There
for
are some
unnecessary
adult
farce.
content jokes. I mean,
Okay.
not anything much worse than that.
Right,
but,
right. Okay. So how long have you been doing this?
Oh, myself? Oh, I'm pretty new to the community theater
Oh, are you really?
scene, yes. I'm just so happy that Detroit has such a healthy community
It's
theater
amazing,
scene.
right?
Yes, it's amazing.
It is. It's so
so many
cool.
great theaters around here. So I had auditioned for one at St. Dunstan's, and then I just got hooked. I've got the community theater
So is
bug.
this the first time at Ridgedale?
Yes, this is my
Okay.
first time at Ridgedale.
Okay, so fun fact, when I moved back from California and I got back into the acting scene, Ridgedale was the first theater that I was at.
Really?
Yes,
Oh, so welcome home.
Yeah, so it has a special place in my heart. So many people, and you know, the theater community around, I mean, we have a Curtains Up segment because there are so many amazing local theaters in town.
Yes,
And
there are.
so whether you're an actor or you design sets or you just come watch, right?
Right, and people don't necessarily even know about them. There's small
Correct.
theaters right next to my house that I haven't actually
Exactly.
heard about.
So go and check that one out, will you?
I will.
Excellent. Okay, so Unnecessary Farce.
Yes, written by Paul Slade-Smith. Fun fact, its very first performance was in Michigan at
Really?
Lansing at the Boar's Head Theater.
Okay,
So
very cool.
it's kind of like this play is coming home too.
Right, right. Okay, so tell me about the director.
Joe Munin.
Yes,
He's
tell me about him.
fantastic. Yes, he's been our fearless leader, making sure that sight lines are constantly not being blocked.
Right.
He'll move us all around
All
stage.
around?
He'll just go around the audience, be in one corner of the audience, the other corner of the
Right.
audience, and he's like, "I need you to scooch over 2 inches so that people behind you are seen.
That's awesome.
But that makes for a great experience for the audience.
It does
as well.
indeed. So, okay, so you have one more weekend coming up, and
Yes, that's right. We've got performances Friday and Saturday at 8 o'clock at night, and then we've got our Sunday matinee at 2 p.m., and that will be our closing performance.
okay, and how are the tickets been?
Oh, fantastic.
Fantastic,
yes.
right?
Ticket
Everyone
sales are
loves
great.
Ridge
So
Jail.
yes, buy your tickets
Buy
now.
your ticket now and come out and see and support this amazing cast and lots of laughs, right?
Tickets should be available on ridgedaleplayers.com. So that's where
Okay,
you
and
can
then
get your
also
tickets.
walk-ins. Can people do walk-ins?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
I believe people can walk in and get their tickets there.
All right. Well, looking forward to seeing it again. That's Unnecessary Farce at Ridgedale Players in Troy. Thank you so much, Christy.
Thank you so
All
much.
right. Break a leg, man.
All right.
Okay, I am getting ready to head to the Cato Clinic, makeup free, and looking to generate some collagen and see how that goes. Hopefully I'll come out glowing and looking fabulous. Hey, I'm hanging out at the Cato Clinic, and you know, there's so much in today's society about how good you look and how to get there. But this is more a holistic approach. So over the next few weeks, you'll be hearing from Dr. Cato as far as the different machines they use that all have a holistic approach, like the soft wave, the intracell, and then also a laser, which we're going to experience firsthand. Hey, welcome to Caffeinated Conversations with Brooke Allen. This is show 46. So excited. I am at one of the most beautiful places here at Metropolitan Detroit. I am at Jewish Senior Life at Metropolitan Detroit. Today we are hanging out at the Heckman Building, and I am with some very special friends. I am with Jean and Audrey, and of course, Shelby, who's down there. We'll get to Shelby in just a minute. But first, Jean, tell me your full name.
Mary Jean Lutrin
Okay, and you are a resident where?
at Mir.
Okay, so that is on the campus here.
Yes. Mir.
And Amir, and how long have you lived here?
2 years.
Okay, so you've lived here 2 years, and then what is your complete name?
Audrey D. Mack,
And who's with you?
Shelby, my dog.
Okay. And you also live in Mir, correct?
I live at Mir. I've been there just a little over 2 years.
Okay, so both of you have been here about 2 years, and you know, I have toured Jewish Senior Life. This community is amazing, and for 2 years in, how do you love it?
I love it. I'm very happy.
Yeah.
It's my new life.
And that's kind of what it is, right? It's about having a community that you belong to.
That's why I came here, because I was lonely and getting depressed, and I wanted to be with active people.
And you found them. We have a whole lounge full, right? and you have Shelby with you.
I have Shelby with me. She's my little companion.
Have you had her for a long time?
I've had her for about 4 or 5 years. I'm not sure of the exact date. She's a rescue. I got her at the Humane Society.
Okay, but here's the interesting point is that you came here to live, and you were able to bring Shelby with you.
I wouldn't have come if I couldn't bring Shelby with me.
See, and that's
my family.
right, and that's important, right?
Very much so.
Okay, so we have a story with Shelby coming up in just a minute, but I want to check in with you, Jean. And so you've been here 2 years, and why did you choose to live here?
Loneliness. Okay. Yeah, lonely at home. Everybody died. I was there right by myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you came here, and what have you found since you've lived here?
I like it. There's things to do. I play Maj 4 days a week, and I love it.
Yeah, and have you made new friends?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Audrey.
Yes.
And a lot of other
Oh, so
friends.
you two are like besties, huh?
Our dogs are married.
That's
Okay,
right.
yeah.
Okay, so you just heard her mention that their dogs are married. The groom, who is Simba, right?
Yes, Simba.
Okay. So he is under the weather today, but they were actually in People magazine, right, online, the digital side of it, and they had a whole dog wedding. And it all happened right here, and it was so awesome. This is Shelby, the bride, and how is she doing as a newlywed?
Oh, she loves it, and she still loves when Simba comes calling, because he comes to my house to call for her. And they snuggle, and he drinks the water and food if it's out.
Okay.
They're very happy.
They're very happy.
And on Saturdays, they go for long walks with a friend of mine who takes them all over the property.
Okay. All right, so it seems like everyone is living their best life here.
Absolutely.
And that is so important. And Shelby, I don't know if she's going to come. She came to me early. Hi. Hi. So how are you? Okay, she's not going to say much, but we expected that. So, I think the point of being here and with Shelby and everything is kind of the idea that this is a community. And I know had my grandparents still been alive that this is exactly where I would want them, because you both mentioned being lonely. And I mean, you have Shelby with you and you have Simba with you, and the community that you found, and you actually found each other here.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
what do you say about your friendship?
Oh, it's very nice. We help each other and do for each other, and our dogs love each other.
Right, obviously, right? I just want to know who paid for the reception.
Jewish Senior Life.
Well, Jewish Senior Life, they take care of everything for you. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story and for hanging out with us on this Monday. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And thank you.
My pleasure.
And Shelby, thank you. And I'm sorry I didn't meet your husband today. Maybe next time, okay? Okay, we'll be right back. Thanks. Okay, so we've been hanging out at the Fireside Lounge. I am with Tracy Prokovnik. And Tracy, where are we?
We are in the Heckman Building Fireside Lounge on the West Bloomfield campus of Jewish Senior Life.
That just rolls off your tongue. How does that happen?
Well, this Friday I'll be here 25 years, so it is part of my brain, and I love getting the message out about what we do, and just a reminder that we serve everyone. Everyone is welcome here at Jewish Senior Life.
And so, okay, so you are coming up on that big anniversary, and when you look around and see all the residents, I mean, what kind of pride does that give you?
It's really the highlight of my career is to be able to interact with people as they age, that they put their trust in us, they and their families, to make sure this next stage in their life is happy and comfortable and dignified and filled with respect and fun.
And we're in the Heckman building, but there are many other campuses for different, like independent living, assisted living, right? I mean, there's different. Okay, so do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Certainly. So we have 2 campuses, 6 vibrant communities. We have independent living, assisted living, and memory care communities in Oak Park and West Bloomfield. We also have a day program for those who have a dementia diagnosis, and those programs are located in Southfield and West Bloomfield.
So, and as you said, everyone is welcome.
That's right. People of all faiths and beliefs are welcome.
So if there's one thing that you say to potential residents and their families, what is it?
It's that for the adult children, you're going to be able to sleep at night. And for the residents, this is the best choice you're ever going to make, because aging is not a punishment, it's a gift. And continue to use your gift, and we're going to help foster that and promote everything we can to do that, because we're all going to get older if we're lucky. And so what we want for our residents is what we essentially want for ourselves too as we get older.
And it's kind of that pride and it's the respect that they deserve.
That's right. Jewish Senior Life has been around since 1907, and we are a nonprofit, and we really take pride in having longevity in our staff, our team members of all departments, relationships with the residents and their families, and listening to the residents with resident surveys every year, and committees, and resident councils, and food committees. And the residents, they run this place.
And you know, I've actually toured here, so this is not my first time being here, and it's so amazing because when you walk through the halls, and even good coffee, by the way, I'm just going to say that, but when you walk through the halls, you know, everyone is smiling, and they're laughing, and they're not, you know, other places sometimes the mood is different, but here it's just life, and it's like a beautiful life, right?
It is. It's contagious, I always say. And like Jackie mentioned, you know, when you're new, it's not easy to be new at any age. When you move, especially when we're getting older, there are other things sometimes going on in our lives, physically, cognitively, family dynamics, as Jackie mentioned. And so really making sure that that person is just arms are wrapped around them, and resident ambassadors who you're meeting today are coming up to them and inviting them to sit with them at dinner and going to a program together and saying, I remember you from high school, and so on. And those are the things that we pride ourselves on, is the kindness, the warmth. It really is contagious.
Yeah, it is, and I love it. And I love this most of all, this coffee cup, but it says housing with the heart. And I think that just kind of sums it all up, doesn't it?
It really does.
Congratulations on your work anniversary.
Thank you so much.
It's such a pleasure to always see you. Thank you.
too.
Okay, thank you. So I am sitting here in the Fireside Lounge with Jackie Rosender. And Jackie, you have a dual position here, so I want you to tell me your titles.
I do have a dual position. So I am not only the sales specialist here at Heckman 2, but I'm also the resident service coordinator.
Okay, so the resident service coordinator, that sounds kind of like a fun job. So I want you to tell me what that is.
It's very special. When a resident moves in, I am there to help support them with whatever services they need to get started, whether it's our J-Care team or maybe just a friendly, smiling face for someone to talk to. Oftentimes, when residents move in, they're very lonely, and maybe they have family that live out of town and aren't here all the time. So I'm that person. I'm here in our Heckman 2 building that can help kind of calm nerves upon moving in and throughout their journey with their next phase here at Heckman.
So you're kind of like the Chamber of Commerce here.
Sure, that's a great way to put it. Absolutely.
Okay, so we're in this beautiful lounge, and you mentioned drinks and trivia and all of. I mean, they have happy hour here. So, okay, tell us about this.
We do. So one of the fun things about my job is every Wednesday from 1 to 2, we have happy hour here. And I get to not only, of course, I don't have any wine. I drink water because I am working at that moment. But our wonderful residents come to participate. We give a snack and oftentimes either a glass of wine, or there is a beverage of the day, where I have to say our dining staff is amazing. Heather is in charge of creating the cocktail that is designed for that moment. So we can always do a non-alcoholic version of that too for those residents that don't want any alcohol. But then we get into the fun and games.
Okay,
and
you've got your cards behind. You've got your cards behind you, so show me.
So we do different things. Sometimes it's a would you rather game, but other times it's trivia. For example, what country in Asia used to be called Siam? Is it Sri Lanka, Thailand, or Estonia?
Come on, people, answer.
Actually, it's Thailand. And did you know that Thailand's name in the Thai language means land of the free? And you know what? I love to say that about our residents here, because when you move here to Heckman, you keep your independence. You remain independent, and you are free to do whatever you want at life here at JSL. So it's really a great place to be, and a great transition to do that.
Well, you know, and it's interesting because that's what the residents have all said, right? It is a community. It's like a neighborhood, and you kind of facilitate that when they first move in.
I do, and that's what's so wonderful is I meet at that time, the prospect and hopefully applicant, but I really get to know them at that moment. But it's so special to me that I get to not only say, I found you your home, but then I get to see them all the time, every day, and really help them with whatever it is that they need.
Can we talk about the families a little bit? Because I know for me, when my grandparents were having to move out of their independent living into an assisted living, it's tough because you don't know, can you trust them, the people who are taking care of them? Right. Are they going to be comfortable? And are they going to enjoy it?
Yes. So that oftentimes there are different dynamics in the families, right? Especially if there are different family members that aren't living in the same community, right? You have kids maybe in 3 different states, all have a different opinion about where mom or dad need to come, and it's very difficult. But my purpose is to lay out for them, always say this, pluses and minuses of staying in your home or coming here to a community. And The children, when you do that, they see the advantage and the pluses by coming to an independent community or one of our other communities if so needed for assisted living, often weighs more than staying in their home. So it's really a great conversation, and I become really close with the families while doing that, which is so nice and special too.
So how special is it? I mean, we've got residents sitting around here, the lounge today with us, and how special is it to see them all come together and, I mean, become friends?
It's amazing. And I will tell you that there are people that haven't seen each other in years and then come here and, oh my goodness, it is one big reunion and it's amazing. And it's like they never left each other. It's terrific. It's
Okay, so if you could sum up Jewish senior life in one word, what would it be?
community.
Thank you, Jackie.
You're welcome.
When's happy hour?
Come on Wednesday.
So we are hanging out on this Monday at Jewish Senior Life of Metropolitan Detroit, and we are in the Heckman building. And I am actually now with two residents who live here. So let's check in. Adele, you're beautiful. Tell me your name.
My name's Adele Nodler, and thank you so much for saying that. You've made my day.
And you, sir, your name?
Harold Friedman.
Better known as Hal.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to start by, how long have you lived here?
I've been here for 2 years.
Okay. So 2 years, and what made you come?
There were many things that made me come, but one was that my husband and I had lived in our home for over 50 years, and I knew that things were breaking daily, and so one of the main reasons is to avoid calling my children to fix things. I came here so that they could fix things.
And it's convenient, right?
Yes, yes. And I feel very comfortable here, and I find that the people are very friendly. You smile, they smile, you laugh, we laugh together.
See, and you can't beat that, right? Okay, Hal, how long have you lived here?
About a year and a half.
Okay, and what brought you here?
That young lady over there, my sister. I was at another place with my wife for a number of years, and we were married for, 72 years, and went together for 74.
Really?
But we only went together those 2 years. I couldn't do anything. She was very professional. And so my sister decided that I better come over here. It's a place for me to be.
Mm-hmm. And do you agree with that now?
100%. I couldn't have made a better choice.
And, you know, the one thing that I hear about this, I mean, you call it a facility, but it's a community. And you have a whole bunch of notes with you. Which
Yes.
You made a bunch of notes, which is so sweet. But, I mean, the whole idea is that we have heard that loneliness is actually a epidemic now, right? After COVID and everything. And so far, everyone has told me, well, I came here because I was lonely and I wanted to talk to people. And so how often do you get out to talk to people?
Every day, every hour. Morning, noon, and night time, too. So we try and get out as much as possible. And the residents here are just fantastic. Every senior here is unbelievable friendly. And also very helpful. If you need anything, information, anything, they're willing to do what they can for you.
Well, like she said, they'll fix things for you. So we love that. I might move in here. So how about for you? As I mean, you said you smile at somebody, they smile back. I mean, it really is like a neighborhood.
Absolutely. And I enjoy greatly participating in the various activities. I've made this bracelet beading class, thinking about going to business now. And I enjoy going to the rabbi's lecture. I enjoy going to current events and certainly exercising.
Oh, okay. What kind of exercising?
Well, it depends on the day of the week, so I try to attend all of them so that I keep in shape because the secret is to keep moving.
And we are in the Fireside Lounge, right? Is that where we're hanging out today? I mean, so this place has happy hour. We'll talk about that in a minute coming up. But if you had one thing to say to somebody who is maybe considering moving here, what would you say?
I would say that this is a very inviting, friendly, safe place to be. And as I said before, if you smile, you'll make a friend very quickly.
And you know, you mentioned reaching out to your kids to fix things when you lived independently at your home. And how are your kids with this move?
I don't know that they would admit it, but they often say we're happy that Mom is happy. So I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good with that.
Thumbs up then, right?
Right,
All right.
absolutely.
All right. We're giving a thumbs up to the kids. And you, what about you? What is the most important
She
thing?
said everything.
Oh, Hal, come on now.
Really. Many, many times when we were together, she would always be interviewed first, and everything she said has been perfect.
Well, why didn't you tell me that before? I would have talked to you first.
No, I'm glad she did. And it's just a wonderful place to be. And it's because my sister was here. I lived at All Seasons for a number of years. And then before that, we had our own condo,
Okay.
my wife and I.
Right.
And we were married for, I forgot. What did I say before?
I think you said 72 years, didn't you?
72 years, and we went together for another 2 years.
But it was all professional then, you said.
Very professional.
Okay, so I actually want to talk to you just for a minute about, I mean, to be married 72 years,
Yes.
that is phenomenal. We have actually people here watching. I want to give you a hand, right? Because I just do. I honestly, I just think that is so phenomenal. And
I had no choice. She says, "You're married." And I says, "Yes."
I need to find a guy like that. Well, listen, it is such a pleasure to meet you. And if you had something to say to someone who was thinking about moving in here, what would you say?
Very definitely. The best move I've ever made. I've made many, many moves in my time, but moving here with my sister was the best that I ever had. Very best.
Well, it is an honor to meet you. Thank you so much, Hal.
Thank you.
Harold,
Whatever.
Hal.
Come, no matter what you call it.
Aw, I love that. And thank you.
I have to say that I thought 58 years of marriage was a long time. Means nothing.
We're going to give you a hand, too. Seriously, thank you. It's such a pleasure to meet you. You're gorgeous, like I told you, and I know your blouse matches my ring, so we're loving that, right? We are loving that. So thank you so much. And if you need a light bulb fixed, don't call me.
I know who to call.
Exactly. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. I appreciate it, and what a pleasure to meet you.
It's been great.
And we'll be back. Okay, so hi.
Hi,
Tell me your name.
I'm Linda Colby.
Hello, Linda. How long have you lived here?
Almost 5 years.
Okay.
My husband passed away right after our 50th anniversary, and my nieces and nephews invited me to Maryland. I went for 9 weeks and hated it. Came back here. The staff is wonderful. The activities are great. I take part in everything.
Let's keep you young.
All this stuff on my cart is things that I've made,
Really?
and my walls are covered with pictures.
Well, see, and that's important, isn't it?
I love it here.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much. And what's your name?
Kendra Topes.
And how long have you lived here?
Which time?
Well, I don't know. Give me a total.
Total is about 3 years.
Okay. And love it?
Oh, if I didn't, I wouldn't come back.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
Okay. So does this, when you think of living here, what does it mean to you?
It means that I've made friends, new friends. The old Girl Scout make new friends and keep the old ones. Well, that's what we have. That gives us the opportunity to do that here.
Well, thank you so much. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to
Thank
meet
you. Appreciate it. I'm going to come over here. And you, sir, I ran into you out in the hallway, I think. What's your name?
Neil Watnick,
And how long have you lived here?
1 year.
Okay. And how is it for you?
It's been enjoyable. I'm meeting more friends every day.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, and thank you for holding Shelby. I had said I was going to walk her around, but I ended up sticking him with her for a minute. So I am going to go, which way am I going to go? I'm going to go this way, and I think you are Hal's sister, aren't you? Okay, so better known as, what's your name instead of Hal's sister?
Millie Zebo.
Okay, and how long have you lived here?
It'll be 6 years
Okay.
in September.
Okay, so 6 years you've lived here. You brought your brother Hal here, so you guys are together, and
Right.
and he credited you with him being here and saying how important it is.
Well, we never thought we'd end up together.
Okay.
You know, it's amazing. It's just like serendipity.
So you're here with your brother, and then how about other friends?
Oh, everyone here is so nice. I've made friends, and just a real, as Linda said, community. It really is.
Well, it is a pleasure to meet you and your brother. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here and to watch and to remind him to bring his notes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And that's it for this show. Thank you so much for joining us. This has been Caffeinated Conversations with Brooke Allen, show 46. Next week, we move to the Imagine Palladium in Birmingham. Can't wait. Come celebrate my birthday with me. We'll all be there. Thank you so much. Have a great day.